This dog was barking anxiously at a policeman. Then he led the cop to a distressing scene. When one cop drove by a dog barking in the street, he thought that he should pull over. As he did so, he could see that the animal was in distress, but before the officer could help, the dog flew into the neighborhood. The cop then decided to follow, although he had no idea what he was about to find. Germantown is a relatively small village situated in Washington County, Wisconsin. The village is, in fact, home to just under 20,000 people, and according to Money magazine, moreover, Germantown is the 30th most appealing place to live in the whole of the United States. Germantown's safe streets are one of the factors that helped it to rank so highly in the poll. Indeed, according to online real estate database NeighborhoodScout, the village is safer than 68% of US communities. In 2015, furthermore, just 211 crimes were committed in Germantown, and of them, only 9 were violent. So although being a cop will always have its challenges, it's fair to say that police in the village have a fairly easy time of things. Among Germantown's most experienced cops is Jeff Gonzalez. Gonzalez has worked for the police department for a number of years, and he can always recognize trouble when he sees it. One February day in 2015, Gonzalez was in duty and was driving around the Autumn Ridge neighborhood. It was a freezing cold morning with temperatures at 1 degree Fahrenheit, and the town lay beneath a blanket of thick white snow that day. As Gonzalez drove along, he noticed a dog running around the streets. The animal didn't appear to be a stray, however, since he was wearing a collar and a tag. As a result, the cop decided to stop his car and investigate. He stood there and barked a little bit. Then I rolled down my window and called to him, Gonzalez explained to news station WITI. Then he wagged his tail and got more friendly until I got out of my car, and then he ran a little bit. It was clear to Gonzalez that the dog was in some distress, though, so he decided to follow him, and as he did so, he got the feeling that the animal was trying to lead him somewhere. However, nothing could have prepared him for the scene that he was about to uncover. The dog, called John Boy, led the cop to the home where he lived, and it was there, outside the house, that the officer discovered John Boy's owner collapsed in a chair. What's more, the woman was completely unresponsive. The lady, Crystal, was wearing just her pajamas and a coat, and Gonzalez had no way of telling how long she'd been out there. Given just how cold it was, though, the officers started to fear the worst. So despite John Boy's heroic actions, it seemed that help had come too late to save his beloved owner. To be honest with you, I thought she was dead, Officer Gonzalez later admitted, and when I went up, she was very cold to the touch. Her lips were blue. However, just at that moment, the experienced cop realized that there was just the faintest hint of life. I was able to determine she was breathing and had a pulse, he revealed. I called for assistance and my partner was close, so together we got her in the house. At that point, Gonzalez decided to alert Crystal's daughter to what was going on. But since the cop didn't know if the woman would pull through, he had to be completely honest. Crystal's daughter, Tierney Went, told WITI. Basically what he told me was, he said that he thought that she was dead. After Went had arrived at the scene, Crystal was taken to the Community Memorial Hospital in Menominee Falls, Wisconsin. Doctors there then monitored Crystal's heart condition and ran tests on her. But despite her initially precarious condition, Crystal was soon on the road to recovery. And what's more, she was looking forward to personally thanking Gonzalez when she got out. It later transpired that Crystal had taken John Boy outside shortly before she collapsed. She had fallen unconscious and had remained in the same spot for some 2 hours while her loyal dog desperately tried to get help. It was fortunate then that John Boy managed to find Gonzalez just in the nick of time. Happily, thanks to the help provided by the cop and the dog, it was expected that Crystal would make a full recovery. Her family, meanwhile, will be forever grateful. Officer Gonzalez saved my mum's life, Went told WISN 12 News. I owe him everything, and I can't wait to thank him. And Crystal's family weren't the only people to heap praise on Gonzalez either. In fact, the Germantown Police Department dedicated a post to the cop on its Facebook page. It is the actions of officers such as P.O. Jeff Gonzalez that makes us proud to be a part of the Germantown Police Department team, read the tribute. It appeared, moreover, that many people agreed that Gonzalez should be commended for his actions. So awesome to read about a public servant who actually understands his role in the community, read one comment on the post. Thank you, Officer Gonzalez. You are a credit and shining example of what protect and serve should be all about. However, Gonzalez was unwilling to take all of the credit for saving Crystal's life himself. Yes, the cop told WITI that it was John Boy who had pointed him in the right direction. Later, he even compared the dog's noble actions to those to the similarly heroic, if fictional, canine Lassie. What's more, before Crystal adopted John Boy, 3 different families had given up on the heroic hound. It turned out, though, that Crystal was the one for him, and after the dutiful dog's courageous actions, Crystal and her family consider themselves very lucky that John Boy is a part of their lives. Please share this video with your friends below.